Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Developer interviews.
Hello, my name is Neil Ticktin. I'm the editor-in-chief and publisher of MacTech magazine. We're doing the TUAW MacTech developer interviews, and we're getting an idea from developers about some of the information coming out of Apple about the new OSs, macOS 10 Mavericks and of iOS 7, and stuff that's going to happen as the year goes on here, and how it impacts their software and how it might impact you. Here with me now is Michael Ehrmann. He's a team leader at Boinx Software. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for inviting me.
So Boinx is kind of an interesting company. They got all these different products and stuff like that. We're going to come around to that in just a second here. But first up, Apple has been announcing and starting to release information about what they're planning on as this year goes on, both for iOS 7 and macOS 10 Mavericks, the new version of the macOS operating system that's coming as well. Of the things that you know so far and seen so far, what's your favorite features? What are you looking most forward to?
There's the new Mac Pro is really good for us.
Yeah.
So, but that's no software feature for us. I think the time scheduling for power consumption is a really good thing for us to keep in mind, and so we now get the debugging stuff from Apple for that, and that makes our work a lot easier. So
Sure.
that's my favorite thing.
Sure. So part of actually the compilers, the new tools that are coming from Apple are going to allow you to really analyze that stuff,
Yes.
get a good handle on it. So we'll talk a moment here about what the new features are going to do, for Boinx. But let's kind of quickly go over what's Boinx doing these days, software-wise, because there's a few different things that Boinx does. Yeah.
We're currently working on a new version of iStop-Motion that will integrate live views from digital still cameras.
Right.
And we are working on that for quite a while and are happy that it works out now, that it will be available soon, I think later this year. And on the iOS side, we are investigating on how to get these new background features involved in iStop-Motion iPad, I think.
Yeah, and what's interesting about iStop-Motion, for those of you that don't know out there, is that you have your Mac running the iStop-Motion, and it can control multiple iPhones or even iPads or whatnot in order to create a stop-motion movie and integrate it all together. It's really quite phenomenal, and it's both from the type anybody who wants to make it, but I think the kids in school are just having a fun time. They love it. It's takes all the hassle out of it and just allows them to be creative. It's really, really neat. But you guys have other stuff too. You've of course got Boinx TV.
Boinx TV, the big thing.
Yep. And Boinx TV is actually what we've used the last year on creating the videos for MacTech conference, create a little Boinx TV studio in the back of the room, and the videos were ready to go very quickly as a result of it, and it was truly phenomenal to watch. And there are, for those that are interested in seeing about Boinx TV, they can actually go to the MacTech conference video set, and there's a free video of that particular presentation that shows how Boinx TV was created, and there's even some articles and stuff on MacTech about how we created the Boinx TV studio at MacTech conference, and so it was pretty neat stuff. So moving forward, with the OSs that are that Apple is starting to talk about in here, we talked a little bit about some of the scheduling features and the power consumption and whatnot, the debugging tools for it. Are there other things that you see either for Boinx TV or for iStop-Motion or anything else, that from the new OSs that are going to impact things?
I think the move away from QuickTime right now, that has been done in the last few years, and we're currently transitioning to IV Foundation, and all I can say is the new stuff there will help us to get Boinx TV 64-bit, get it more stable, get it faster, and do full HD maybe. I hope so.
Cool.
Right now, and let's see what happens. We have to investigate.
Yeah, well, and the performances for all of the apps like yours are so critically important in there, and every little bit that you get out of it just goes right to the experience of what that's like. So it's really good to see Apple, give us more and more performance tools in order to understand things. So,
I think the kind of pro move for macOS 10 is really neat.
Yeah. absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mac Pro is phenomenal. There's a picture up this morning on one of the websites that shows the Mac Pro with my hand next to it, just to kind of give the perspective, because this thing, it's only like maybe this tall.
Yeah.
It's really quite astounding to see how small this device is. So, well, anyway, thank you for coming, Michael. Thank you for coming by and telling us a little bit about what you guys are up to. My name's Neil Ticktin. These are the TUAW MacTech interviews with developers talking about the OSs that are coming from Apple as this year goes on and what the impact may have on you. So thank you for listening.